All right. So, as we speak for the first time, I am Madhav Anand. I'm a public speaking coach and communications mentor. Would be lovely to know a little bit about you. Tell me, where are you from? What do you do?
Sure, sir. Sir, as you already know my name, so
Yeah.
I would start my introduction with the location I'm from. I'm from Delhi.
All right.
Talking about my educational qualification, I'm an engineer.
Wow.
Yes. Or if I draw your attention to my professional life,
Mm-hmm.
I have been an English tutor where I
Wow.
have my own institute and I try
Oh.
to lend my support to my students where
Hmm.
they can improve their communication skills.
Hmm. So you're a
That
teacher, you're an entrepreneur, you're an engineer, and you're a Delhiite. Wow, lovely. I share three things with you. I'm a Delhiite, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm an English teacher. I'm not an engineer. That's the only thing I'm not.
okay. Yes. We have
All right.
both have three things in common. Yes.
Yes, we have. Out of four things, at least three are in common.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Sunil. Good to have you. So,
Thank
so let's begin with today's assignment. Today's topic: laziness is today's topic. Does that sound
Yes.
like a good topic to talk
Yes.
about?
Abhay, it is quite.
Or do you feel lazy about talking about laziness?
Yes, I do become lazy at times.
Uh huh.
Yes.
No. Sure. So tell me what, like, we all know that laziness is not a good thing. We all know that smoking cigarette is not a good thing. We all know that drinking alcohol is not a good thing. But still people do, correct?
Yes.
They
Right.
know if they are lazy, they will miss out on the assignment and the deadlines. Still we feel lazy. What is the psychology? You don't have to, be an expert on the topic, but just your random thoughts as an individual, as a common person. why
Yes.
why do we exercise laziness?
So what I believe is that there are always two sides to every coin, and I think everything is required. As you mentioned that smoking a cigarette can be injurious to health, still
Yeah.
people are into smoking a lot. So
Yes.
it is up to the person that how he takes it. If I
Hmm.
talk about laziness, so I'm happy to be called as lazy,
Hmm.
or I feel that I always have alternatives to do my things.
Okay.
Yes, and I also feel that people usually become lazy when they are usually at a loose end.
Okay.
When yes, when they are not very much concerned about their future. And yes, there is one more thing that I feel that laziness is all about taking rest, not doing things on time. And I also
Okay.
believe in one thing, yes, that is that every cloud has a silver line.
Hmm. Let's talk
So
about the silver lining. As far as laziness is concerned, let's talk
mhm.
about what is that silver lining. In your understanding intellectually, what
I
is that
feel that
silver lining you're
yes,
looking at?
I feel that I'm very happy to be lazy. As I said, I have my own alternatives to do things.
Hmm.
Being lazy, I feel that I'm capable of doing more things than the active people.
Hmm.
So
Okay,
this is
that's interesting.
yes. So this is my thing. People always consider me that I'm lazy, but I know whenever I study, whenever I do things, I always put my heart into those things.
Hmm.
Or
Right.
when I want to take rest, I thoroughly take rest. So that's how I do things.
Hmm. But don't you think what you're saying is you're actually talking about being organized? You,
Mhm.
to me, it seems like you're a very organized person. You're a person who understands the importance of rest. Some people are workaholic. That is
Mhm.
not good either, right? You need to
Mhm.
understand when to take rest, when to work, work hard, and organizing your body, your mind around that work and rest is being, or is being very smart. It's great at time management and energy management. So I will not consider you lazy, right? I would rather appreciate you for being organized.
No, but sir, I am deep down. I am a lazy person. I
Hmm.
especially at the weekend I become sluggish. I don't want to
Hmm.
do anything. My parents are after my life. They are like they are not okay with this. They are always
Hmm.
annoyed with this habit of
Hmm.
mine.
Okay. Okay.
So yes, this is what I understand.
Right. Look, all of us have Indian parents, and Indian parents are never satisfied. So you
Yes.
don't have a leeway there, right?
Yes, right.
Right. Sure. Um, do you think people have become more lazy? I'm not talking about you or me in general, but people have
Mhm.
become lazy because of technology and use of technology.
Yes, yes, that is entirely true. Yes, we are becoming lazy because of technology. We
Mm-hmm.
already know that everything is available just a click a button away. I just need to click, and I'm going to avail myself of so many things.
Hmm.
So because of this, everyone is becoming lazy. Here, I'm not going to give an example of myself. I'm going to talk about other people. Yes, they are certainly becoming lazy.
Hmm.
If I compare things with
Hmm.
early time, at that point
Okay.
of time, people like to go to markets
Right.
where they did use their body, where they consumed some of the energy, or they
Hmm.
used their body, I must say.
Right.
But now I don't feel people like going shopping, especially they
Hmm.
do not like to go to markets.
Yes.
Mintra is there. There are so many applications where they can buy things at the
Hmm.
same price, or they also get some discounts where they
Correct.
do not get into an argument with the customers or the sellers. Okay, I need discount in this and that.
Hmm.
And that's how we are becoming lazy. And
Hmm.
technology has entirely made us lazy, I feel.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I totally agree with you. I would only make a point that, as technology evolves, we all are going to be consumed by technology.
Yes.
There was a time when, there was no internet. And with
Mhm.
internet, everything changed. Then came Google, and you don't have to go around libraries looking for papers and books. You just have to Google. Now there are AI generated tools that you don't even have to Google anything. You just have to write a prompt, and all the answers are available. So, all
Yes.
right, we are all still in the same era, living in the same era. Let's see where it goes.
Right.
Um, Now there are genuinely lazy people. Now, for you, it may be it's a mixed kind of an example, but as a you two are a teacher, and you know that there are lazy students who don't do their assignments, who don't do their homework. So, if you had to give motivational lecture or a strategic lecture or a lecture or some tools for lazy students who have the capacity and potential to become better, to perform better, what would you like to tell them? How would you change their laziness or channelize their laziness into a more productive energy? How would you do that?
Yes. So the thing is that whosoever is a part of my institute,
Hmm.
deep down, I know these people like the back of my hand,
Hmm.
and I know what they are interested in, what they are uninterested in.
Hmm.
I would try to give them a task where they would have their interest in that.
Okay.
If I give you an example for that, whenever
Hmm.
I teach grammar, no one
Okay.
is interested in that.
Right.
They start yawning, they start making excuses, they
Hmm.
usually cut me in.
Hmm.
So I would do the same. I know grammar is fundamental thing for them. If I do
Right.
not teach them grammar, they will not speak correctly.
Right.
What here I'm going to do is I need to change my style of teaching.
Okay.
In between, I'm going to crack some jokes,
Hmm.
and I would like them to take part in that. I would
Hmm.
ask some of the questions from them,
Hmm.
and that's how I would make it a bit interesting for them, and they would not be lazy at all. This is
Okay.
what I would like. Yes.
Right. Uh, I think that's an age-old trick in the book to make the class interesting, and it applies in every generation and every time, in every time of oh, something fell. Never mind.
Yes, sir.
Right. So that's perfectly all right. Also, what can be done and should be done is uh, distract the students into something which is totally different from what they are currently doing. Because if one child is, you know, disinterested, that's a different thing. But if the whole class looks disinterested, then you can divert the entire energy into something else and then work your way around it. Right? That works all the time, at least from my experiences, I can say that. All right, great. So let's do some quick vocab exercises. Ready?
Sure, sure.
All right. So, what do you think is the meaning of the word stumble?
Stumble.
Stumble.
Okay, so stumble is something if I'm walking, or
Mm-hmm.
if there is a stone, if
Hmm.
I just hit with that stone, that is called stumble. I would stumble there.
Right. To step on something in an unconscious manner that
Mhm. Right.
that tumbles you down. That's when you stumble. Right.
Right.
Correct. What is the meaning of stern? Stern. Stern.
I think rigorous,
Mhm. It's a
strenuous.
serious way of doing something. I told the class to keep quiet in a stern voice. When you
Mhm.
make things sound a little grave, is when you make things
Yes.
sound a little severe, with a certain severity, with a with a certain power in it. That's stern or sternly doing some things. Mm.
Yes.
Defile. What do you think is the meaning of defile?
Defile. I'm sorry, I don't know this.
Right. To spoil something, right?
All right.
To ruin someone's reputation, defile their reputation, or
Okay.
this guy is such a spoil sport, so he defiles the party. Wherever he goes, he defiles the party, right?
All
Something
right.
like that. Correct. Subdue. What's the meaning of subdue? Subdue.
Subdue to control something.
Yeah, basically to overcome something,
Yes.
right?
Overcome.
Overcome someone, or kind of bring someone under control. Yeah, control is right. That's no wrong.
Mhm.
Impediment. What is impediment?
Impediment.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not very sure of this. I'm
Okay.
afraid I don't know.
Impediment is a blockade. Is a block on the road. Like, what are the impediments to my career? That I don't have the money to go abroad is one of my impediments, or I'm
All right.
very lazy to do the hard work is one of my impediments, or I'm not getting the bank loan that is required. That's another impediment. So something
Mhm.
that is blocking your way. That's an impediment, right?
All right.
Sure. What is the most lethargy is definitely one of the worst, sluggish lethargy. But when we don't do something on time and we keep on postponing that, what is the word for that?
Procrastinate.
Procrastinate. Yes, right. Most of the time we make this mistake of
Mhm.
calling it procrastinate or procrastination. It is procrastination or procrastinate. Okay.
All right.
Right. Sure. All right. So, are you interested in anything that's around mental health? Does this topic interest you? Mental health topic?
Well, I do not know much about this, and I would
You
not
don't
be
have
able.
to. You don't
Mhm.
have to. So, in your opinion, uh, people often. I mean, this is. I'm opening up the session. You can have your own opinion on it.
Mhm.
These days, we talk a lot about being fit and eating the right kind of food,
Mhm.
and that is for our body, for the physical body, for the health, physical health. But at the same time, we are constantly exposed to all kinds of information around the world through the internet, through Instagram reels, through cringe content on the internet. How do you
Mhm.
think this affects our mental health? You don't have to be an expert on it. It's just your random opinion. Tell me about it.
All right. So, could you elaborate it?
Okay, all right.
What I need to use?
Sure, sure. Let's say we are taking care of our body. We are going
Mhm.
to gym or doing yoga and all things, keeping health, physical hygiene and all that, just to make sure that we are healthy, right? Our body is healthy, but at the
Mhm.
same time our mind is constantly consuming so much content,
All right.
right? There's internet there are hundreds of applications and YouTube and Instagram, and there's so much cringe content also. There's so much violent content also. There's so much politically polarized content. Our mind is constantly consuming content which which was unheard of even 10 years back. For the last 10,000 years, humanity has never consumed so much content. The mind has never taken in so much. Do you think this is affecting our mental health or the mental sanity?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. It is inevitably impacting us a lot.
Yeah.
Or I would give an example of myself.
Sure.
Earlier, yes, there was a time I was watching one of the videos on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
This video is about a sort of fight,
Hmm.
and a person was beaten up
Hmm.
and he was stabbed very badly.
Okay.
And first, I did enjoy watching that video. After
Hmm.
that, that video lingered with me for a very long time. And
Hmm.
because of
Yeah.
that, I was not able to concentrate on things.
Hmm.
Whenever people face off, that point of time, I was so afraid.
Right.
I think
Right.
yes, it affects us. It affects us very much.
Correct.
Whatever you watch, I think what we watch, we usually become. If I'm watching something negative, I would certainly go astray. I would certainly do seeming things or terrible things watching those content. If I
Yeah.
watch any web series which is replete with so many abusive words,
Hmm.
I'm going to bring those words in my day to day life, in my day to day
Correct.
conversation. Not at my
Yes.
home, but with my friends, I would certainly do that.
Yeah.
And what I believe is that psychology says that we usually get, or we are usually influenced by negative things.
Hmm.
Everything,
Yeah.
as we know that everything has two aspects,
Right.
but we usually try to receive the negative part,
Hmm.
and because of that, that mind becomes negative, and outside we are healthy, like people are very fit, they it does not seem what problems they have inside. And
Hmm.
because of that, there are many chronic diseases,
Hmm.
and people do die of heart attacks.
Correct.
This is the thing.
Right. So the word is chronic instead of chronicle. Okay.
All right. It's chronic.
Chronic disease.
Hmm.
Chronicle has a very different meaning.
Yes, that is related to history. Yes.
Yeah. Chronicles.
Mhm.
Right. I think you have explained it pretty well. I'll just add something to it. I mean, with an example. During the COVID times, when children, young kids, young babies that were born during the COVID period, most of the
Mhm.
times because parents wanted to protect their children, and also there was no, because there was lockdown in most places. The
Mhm.
children never had the opportunity to go out and play and meet, or even babies. They didn't have the. I mean, toddlers, not babies. Toddlers didn't have the opportunity to meet others, or those relatives that come to your house, and you get a social kind of environment. That went totally missing, and so many children became autistic because
Mhm.
during the formative years, children have to be exposed to language, to human behavior, for them to socialize and to adapt to the human society. And these children were later diagnosed with various behavioral issues, tantrums, ADHD, ADD, inability to speak, right?
Yes.
And that's mostly because they were only watching the cell phones and the tabs and iPads. So their ability to speak and comprehend and socialize was almost murdered in that 2 3 years period. All
Right.
right. Nice. Very nice insights. Okay, Sunil. So before I go ahead with any feedback, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
No, sir. So far, so good. I do not have any questions.
Right. And how is your practice going with EnglishYaari?
It's going quite okay.
Wonderful. Right. So I find a couple of things which are very nice about you, very impressive about you. One is that you speak with a certain command over your speech. There's a control on your speech. It's not going everywhere. It's not going haywire. You know what you're speaking, and you're speaking with a certain command and control over it. That's which is kind of rare, I would tell. Rare among commoners. good among good speakers. That's why good speakers are called good speakers. So I'm totally blown away with the kind of control you have over your speech. Number one. Number two is, yes, your grammar portion is fine. There's not much difficulty over there. One word you were pronouncing, interested. Can you pronounce that again, once again for me?
Interested.
Yeah. Your pronunciation sounds like interested, less like interested, because it is if you say interested, it sounds like you're saying entrusted. The
All right.
entrusted is entrusted. Interested is interested. So interested has to be yeah, the distinction has to be very clear. So
Oh,
your pronunciation, somehow, maybe because of some conditioning, you have been pronouncing it as entrusted. So make sure that you change it to interested. Can you get the difference already?
yes, sir.
Can you say that for me once?
Both, all the
Just say
ones.
say interested.
Interested.
Okay. Okay. Let's do slow it down. Interested.
Interest. All right. Interested.
Interested. So sometimes you're making it interested. So don't say interested. It's
Okay, sir.
changing the meaning altogether. Right.
All
So
right.
one or two times I actually got confused that did he say interested or entrusted? Because entrust is putting your trust into someone, putting your
Oh,
trust into someone, like trusting someone. I entrust that I entrust my money with my friend. Right. So I trust that my friend will take care of my money. So that is entrusted.
all right.
Interested is a totally different meaning. Okay. So I'm not a great fan of right and wrong pronunciation, because I believe there's nothing like right and wrong pronunciation, but still, if it's sounding like something else, it can change the meaning. So we have to be a little careful around such words. Right.
Right. Yes, yes, right, sir.
Okay. Finally, yeah, I think so. What's your end goal? Do you have a goal that this is where I want to be? This is how I want to speak, or this is something particularly I want to command or become great at? Do you have a end goal as such?
No, sir, I do not have any specific goal like this,
Hmm.
but what I always aspire is
Hmm.
that I want to be a renowned English teacher.
Wow,
Yes.
that's
And
a wonderful goal to have. That's
yes,
a worthy goal to have.
yes, sir. And the
Yeah.
second thing is that I'm on YouTube. I
Hmm.
also want to be a famous YouTuber only
Okay.
because of my communication skills. Like, as a wonderful job where you do inspire so many people. I'm
Hmm.
also one of them.
Hmm.
And I want people to look up to me. I want people to have the abundance amount of respect when
Wow.
I just deliver things or when I interact with people. So, sir,
Okay.
this is the thing. And I'm going to go on learning this language for a very long time or till I am alive.
Oh, wow. Nice. You have a YouTube channel already? What do you name it?
Sir, it is by the name of Mr. Idiom.
Mr. Edie.
Idiom. I'm a bit good at idioms,
Wow.
proverbs.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wonderful. Nice.
Yeah.
So, yes, that would be all. I just wanted to understand, because if you would have told me that I have a specific goal in the next 3 months or in the next 6 months, or I want to crack IELTS, or I want to go abroad, then I would have given some particular or certain time bound goals to work upon. But your goal is a very holistic goal, it's about self improvement journey. So,
Right,
for
right.
that, yeah, there's nothing called do it this or do that. Everything is now a part of your journey. You have to work on your pronunciation, your grammar, your this, your that, your dialogue delivery, your ability to control your speech. Everything is included in that, right? So
Yes,
I'll keep it
yes,
that way, and I think you're doing a wonderful job. Just keep doing and polishing yourself.
yes, sure, sir.
All right, Sunil. Thank you. That would be all from my end. Have a good day. Hope to meet you again.
Sure, sir. Thank you. I wish you the same.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.